Hi, so this is the video for the rebuttal on Allison's negative on my affirmative. My plan was to that we should explore the moon and develop water from it. She said that we shouldn't be going to the moon, that there's other alternatives to this, and then she also mentioned that I was being non-topical. She said the reason why I was being non-topical was because I did not mention increase as a definition. I feel that increase has nothing to do with the plan. Maybe it is in the resolution, but it's still not a. I feel it's not as important as to what I defined for development. And I feel that I let the audience know that I let the audience know a clear plan of what we should do out there on the moon. Um, Allison mentioned that droughts occurred throughout history and weather fluctuates. This is going against my harms, which was ongoing droughts throughout the United States. She's pretty much saying that droughts are temporary and that they don't last long. I found sources that actually prove her claims wrong. I found that droughts have been consistent for over the past 100 years, and each year or decade, they get worse and worse, and it's been consistent for like the past 100 years. So a quick quote reading from my sources is start quote: "The dryness in California is only part of a longer term, 15-year drought across most of the western USA. One that bioclimatologist Park Williams said is notable because more area in the West has persistently been in drought during the past 15 years than in any other 15-year period since the 1150s and 1160s. That's more than 850 years ago." So that proves her claim wrong. And then also found that mega droughts threatening United States and nearby countries. Quick quote. Start quote: "A new study warns that the chances of Western state in the U.S. experiencing a multi-decade mega drought not seen in historical climate records in over 2,000 years has a much higher chance of occurring in the decades ahead than previously realized. In fact, scientists are warning the drought now being experienced in California and elsewhere could be just the beginning of an unprecedented water crisis across the west and southwest regions of the country." End quote. So that also proves her claim wrong, that droughts are temporary. And then she also goes on to say that there's different options to cleaning polluted water, and that is more cost efficient, which is going against my inherency, which I mentioned is if we don't develop water from the moon, Earth's water will run out. She mentioned that we could look into desalination of ocean water. I actually found that desalination of ocean water is harmful to our environment and to our ecosystem. So I still think that it's a better idea to go go uh, go to the moon and find water. Uh, a quote from my sources is: "Pipes suck in billions of fish, eggs, and other small organisms every day, along with the seawater. Once these living organisms enter the machinery of the desalination plant, they are killed. This represents a huge loss of life and destroy entire ecosystems. Additionally, this high energy levels needed to run these plants may also contribute to environmental problems. Burning fossil fuels is the most common method of attaining this energy, which of course contributes to air pollution." So as you can see, her method would be actually causing more harm than helping our environment. And then she also claims that I should find evidence that there is a large amount of water before we develop the moon. And then she also mentioned, what if it's another expensive failed space mission? Well, I feel that the government can always print out more money. It's not a big issue for them. They've been doing it for the past, what, like, I don't know, 30 years. That's why we've gone into inflation. So um, that proves her claim wrong. So yeah, it's just print out more money pretty much. And then she also mentions that the impact of this would be that there will be no money for national security. National security is already overfunded. They've been they actually like were granted like 55 million to purchase these televisions to like use for security, but they just ended up using them as regular TVs. And then she also mentions that 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 there's already like pre-existing development on the moon, and she says that's one of the things I neglected. Well, I found out that there hasn't been any anything going on the moon for the past 40 years. No one has stepped foot on the moon since the 1970s. So there you have it. That's my rebuttal to Allison's claims.